Do we have an app? Spotify? Is that what it is? Okay. She said she somehow must have hit it or something in the middle of the night and woke up to us talking about the Sparkle Creed from July. It's like that might have been the last time we were able to do the podcast. I don't know. Did we do it in August? It was.
That is a while ago. But today, 1 second. Hey, you want to be on the podcast? Come on. You can be on the podcast. We'll give you pizza. But today we're back.
That's right.
We're back. What's going on?
Man, it's good to be back.
It is. Quick question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something. You name three things from whatever I say. Name 3 players from the Arizona Cardinal football team.
Oh, Kyler Murray. That's all I got. That's it. That's all I can name. Wait. J.J. Watt?
No.
Did he play?
Retired.
He retired? He played there last year, right?
Yes.
But he retired.
He retired.
Oof. Where did our receiver go?
Our receiver.
Yeah, the guy
Adam
that played for
Thielen?
Thielen. Where did Thielen?
Carolina Panthers. Name 3 players on the Carolina Panthers minus Adam Thielen.
Oh no. Bryce Young.
Yeah. There you go.
That was the first pick.
There's one. Are you a college football fan?
I don't know. I mean, I'll watch the big games. I actually did watch Dion on Saturday, Colorado and TCU.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that. Was that Sunday? Or was it Saturday or Sunday? Saturday. Yeah.
College is usually
College
Saturdays.
Saturday, yeah. So no, not necessarily. I mean, college is hard to follow. There's so many teams.
Yeah. So many teams, it's usually you just kind of follow your alma mater or if you have somebody connected to a school. Like, I don't know why Greg follows USC because it's not like he went to USC.
No.
Come on, Greg. He will be here eventually. Otherwise, you have to put up with Mike and I for a while. But
It's good to be back.
we were just talking about the last time we did this, probably end of June, beginning of July.
Well, it was
Right after the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we talked about what you guys did on the 4th of July. Yeah. What's up? What's new with you?
Everyone's back at school this week.
Empty house.
Empty house. What else do we got going on? We're in the middle of a bathroom remodel. That's a lot of fun. Yeah.
What do you think the average amount of time it takes for somebody who's doing it on their own?
I don't know. I mean, if we were to just stop working and take a week off, maybe 10 days, I think we could nail the vast majority of it off. But because we're especially now, we're doing it mostly on the weekends because we're both working. The starting and stopping eats up a lot of time. You just lose momentum, right? And so
Is this like your and Julie's bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like Monday, because we ripped out the shower surround and we ripped out the bathtub, we had to re-sheetrock. So I spent Monday just re-sheetrocking. And it wasn't that hard. It's not hard. It's measuring, cutting, and screwing it in. But the inefficiencies of going up and down the steps, the inefficiencies of cutting it, and all that stuff, right? If you're a contractor, you're just so much faster, and you just have a system down.
Your kids help at all?
They will, but Josie will especially. She kind of likes getting in there and seeing how things are done. Cameron more on the design side. She likes picking things out. But to be fair, it's a small space, so you get too many people in there. It's just everyone's in their way. So for us, I don't know. Hopefully we're done by Christmas. I don't know. I don't know.
When did you start? When did you start this?
Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago.
You started 2 weeks ago?
Something like that.
I thought you've been talking about this since like
No.
spring.
No, we didn't rip it apart into that. We just ripped it apart.
You kept putting it off because kept putting it off or kept telling me you weren't going to buy a Jeep because you're going to redo your bathroom.
Right. Yeah. So.
It feels like you've been talking about that for like a year.
I don't do much fast, Andy. Except work. I work really fast. But when it comes to doing stuff like decisions and spending money and changing things.
That's right. You said you're like ready, aim, fire. Your wife is like ready, fire, aim.
Yeah. I'm ready, aim, aim, aim. All I do is aim. And she's like, just go do it already. So no, that's what's going on. High schooler. Got a high schooler now. That's weird.
That means you're old.
Mm-hmm, it is. I feel it too. Training for Twin City Marathon.
You are?
Next month. Yeah. Ugh. Pizza's probably not the best training food.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
Yeah, there's a few
It'll
people.
make you feel guilty, and then you'll go train harder.
Yeah, exactly. There's a few people at Northridge running it.
Yeah.
And they're all probably faster than me.
What are you doing?
What's new with you, Andy?
Join us.
Who was?
Why is he taking account of your time? Welcome, Greg.
Hello.
Hi, Greg.
How you doing?
We're back.
I feel like I'm walking into an intervention or something.
Yeah. Quick hitter question. Name 3 men's soap.
Dr. Squash.
Yeah.
Squatch.
Yeah.
I use that. Dove for men.
Yeah.
And just anything else for men. Everyone has a, right? Dial for men? I don't know.
There you go.
What's it?
Oh, Dial.
All right. He did not get his 3 questions.
No.
You didn't get 3
Well,
soaps?
okay.
No, I gave him.
All you have to do is name a soap brand. And put
no,
4
I
men.
said name 3 players on the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh. Is
not the
Kyler.
Yeah, technically.
Like,
he's going to be on the injured reserve.
What's the
Murray.
Yeah, but the defensive was with Houston all the time. Is he still playing or
he
did
retired.
Retire? He retired. Good.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
J.J. Watt.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of his name.
Yeah.
And then there's like
What about the receiver from
nobody
Minnesota? He's long gone, right?
Justin Jefferson.
No. His dad.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald.
Dude, he retired like 10 years ago. I don't know.
How's it going, man?
It's going.
How was your birthday?
It's so echoey. It's so loud in there.
Where?
In there.
Why is it on in there?
I don't know, but I hear it. You don't hear it? I heard something. My birthday? Did that happen? That was good. I'm paying bills while we're doing this, by the way. I'm paying for your banners that are ready. I could go pick up. Yeah.
You want me to go pick them up?
Yeah, can I use your card? Because mine's probably maxed.
How old are you?
How old?
Yeah. I'm going to say 47.
51.
Both you're close.
I know. 48.
48. That was good. That was good. I should really work at.
I've had to think about it every
Valley
time
Fair.
someone asks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a good birthday, though?
I feel about 65 now.
Could have been better.
I feel like a 48th birthday, like I think the typical way to celebrate is go to Red Robin, I would say.
It was for us.
And, yeah.
For some reason, I thought I read Robin like a couple days before. I was like, we haven't
Whoa,
been
that's
there
how
forever.
much they cost?
I think I got something else on there too.
Okay.
And then
Can you have Andy
it just
write a check?
kind of like just thought, well, let's grab lunch after. What do you want to go? I'm like, I don't know, Red Robin. Well, okay.
That's good.
Last time we've been there was 6 years ago.
What'd you think?
It was good.
I actually think it was good.
We used to go there all the
I like the
time
steak
in
fries.
California. We had one right by us. That was like the after church place, like all
Sure.
the time. But it's just here. There's one in Plymouth or New Brighton, right?
Yeah. 694 up there by Bethel.
Yeah. But yeah, so we don't go often. The last time we went, like 6 years ago, is Jordan's birthday, and it wasn't great. I mean, it's super slow service, and it just wasn't that good.
That's not my favorite.
So, I know it's not because of your soap. You should have used a men's soap.
I know.
Instead of your
It
cranberry,
has nothing
whatever.
to do with the food, actually.
That was good. Yeah, the fries, unlimited
pomegranate.
fries.
You don't like Robins or what?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Or red things. Yeah. No, it was. I did takeout with some friends years ago, and I went and grabbed the food, brought it back to the family, and we were gonna sit down to eat. I went to go wash my hands, and every bite of my hamburger just had this weird floral smell to it. But I didn't realize it was the pomegranate soap in the bathroom. What are you reading? The Bible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to find if Red Robin was in the Bible. No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
A robin is in the Bible.
Yeah.
Not red.
So it had floral, and that was from
Like
the
that.
soap.
Sparrows are in the Bible.
Thou shall not be robbing.
So they,
No?
Sure.
Is that what you're thinking of? It's one of the 10 Commandments, right? Thou shalt not
I don't know.
be robbing.
Mike was the one who was thinking.
so you had floral hand soap?
Yeah. See, he should have used the hand soap for men.
That's true. But can they really say that still?
Floral hand soap for men?
I don't know.
What would be a floral scent that's more manly
Yeah.
than. I
Ever
mean,
green-
I don't want to
Oh.
like
I
gender.
think it's pumpkin spice,
flowers.
don't you think?
Was that a flower?
We're into pumpkin spice now, aren't we, Season?
Andy Rubel loves pumpkin spice. I call him a basic white chick every day this time of year. Let's do it. Let's just get crazy here. Come on.
Midnight podcast.
Well, we were trying to have one, but you weren't available.
Did you guys like? I just threw together a little thumbnail this morning. Did you see it?
One in our text.
New podcast thumbnail thing.
Oh no, I didn't see that. Where?
Take a look.
Where do I look at that?
I don't know. I'm disappointed.
Well,
Well, this is riveting.
Yeah,
I'm sure
this is
people have missed this.
They-
Me smacking my food. in
where
the
would I
ear.
see that?
On Spotify.
I shared it on Facebook. I said, it's been a minute. Join us at noon.
So, Mike.
Yeah.
You wrapped up our series
Yep.
of Rise Up.
Rise up on Joseph.
Yeah. How do you feel like it went?
Is it?
Well, I think,
Evaluate yourself.
Yeah.
you know, I've said this before.
Don't brag though.
I've said this before that my advice is free, and some people say you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
So, no, I think overall.
That's what I say. It's worth as much as you paid for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's
You know, one
hard to
thing you
evaluate
didn't
yourself.
do as much this time.
What's that?
You didn't have your.
Well, that's because I was super
You're like
self-conscious because you tell me things right before I'm going up there to preach. Like, don't
You ever
use.
notice that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where he has kind of his
Didn't
back
you tell him
foot?
he looks...
yeah, yeah. He says things right before I'm supposed to go up there. Like, don't say any words with the letter T in it. You know. And so now I'm self-conscious about that. You know.
Like Dietrich.
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't see that?
Yeah.
He doesn't like it. I could tell by his reaction.
I think that's
You
great.
don't like the kind
I
of
like that.
kind of weekly live
No,
podcast?
that's good. I like it.
Took me 30 seconds on Canva.
Good. The other one took me like an hour.
Shout out to Canva. It didn't have. It had with Andy and Greg, and then I feel bad every week that Mike's here.
Well,
and
no,
it's
you must have the old one though, because I just.
Oh, really?
I took that off, and it's just
Oh.
weekly podcast.
There we go. I think
right.
the service went well. I think the band, the youth, is that what they're called? Like a youth band?
Yep.
Isaiah did great leading. It was fun to see Samuel up there. That went well. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to evaluate yourself speaking. I mean, I think the feedback I get, I'll say this. It's nice that I've spoken enough times now, I don't know, at church over the years. I'm guessing it's got to be 25 or so, at least, different sermons. No, I mean, over the years, right?
Yeah.
That
For you?
Yeah,
You think 25 you've done here?
probably.
I don't know
how
about
many
that.
years? How many years have you been here? Let's just
10, 11.
10, maybe. Yeah, 2 to 3 times a year. There's a couple years there where you did.
Yeah.
Recently, you did like 3 or so. Yeah, probably 20,
Yeah,
25.
I could go look. So it's nice that I'm not getting the, hey, we were really nervous that you just get up there and totally fumble all over yourself, but you did a good job, reaction,
From us?
From
as
people.
A team, a leadership? Or
Just
from
people.
Just people in general. Oh.
Yeah. You know, like
Bill.
Like, I'm proud of you.
proud of you did it.
I'm proud of you.
You didn't faint.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You know?
You
camera.
made it. Didn't quite make it.
Yeah. So, and I don't know, 100 times maybe in my life, you know. So at least now you get legitimate, or not legitimate, but you get different type of feedback, like more.
Like, well, you've done better.
Yeah, right, yeah. Or I had somebody come up to me right before and say, like, the book I recommended, and the last time that they really, they bought and really spoke to them.
Yeah.
So
Do you remember which book? Was it the
Yeah, it
prayer
was-
one? The Keller?
no,
not
it was
prayer.
Getting Out of Bed by Alan Noble. So
Yeah, yeah,
dealing
yeah.
dealing
That's
with
good.
depression.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, yeah, Andy, I will go back and count them to have the
Sure,
official counter. I don't know how many it's
I
been.
guess I wasn't debating. I was just surprised that was that many.
He's like, wow, we've had to sit through that many. Oh, goodness.
Not at
Times
all.
2.
We're
sometimes
grateful
3.
because you know what that means. The more you preach, the less I have to.
You love
Fun
it.
fact,
No,
I
I
was
don't.
supposed to preach that.
I still remember your last message.
What was it on?
Was that
It
bad?
was, well, no, it was on the Proverbs, and Psalms. It was on Psalms, and I was in Kentucky and I watched it from a hotel room, and you were talking about a tattoo that you would get.
That's right.
So there you go.
There you go. It was memorable. The
Yeah.
tattoo.
Yeah.
How many of the ones that you were there and watched or listened to, what was your favorite Rise Up story? You remember them?
Yeah. I remember some of them. I could
Song, but like, yeah, I need to.
I can tell you mine.
There's 3 people watching us. If you remember which ones they were, just recount them or tell us which one your favorite was. Remember? You got Joseph.
Mm.
You got
Well, you have Moses, you have
Moses.
Esther, you have the midwives,
Midwives.
you have Paul's nephew,
Yep.
Esther. Did we say
Esther.
that? What was the one right after Esther?
Eve.
No, it was Esther, and then
Katie Sherman said Esther.
yeah.
That was your favorite, or that was the one that you remembered?
Mine, I liked the midwives one a lot because I liked how, you know, when you're put in a position, especially in a culture that doesn't honor Christ, you know, you have a couple options, and one is just to bury yourself and run away, or it's to try to make the best of a bad situation and honor Christ even within that. And I thought the midwives did a really good job by, you know, not going against what God has commanded regarding life, but also kind of finding a workaround with their culture. And really, I think that's important. There's always more than 2 options. Well, I shouldn't say that. Generally speaking, there's more than 2 options, and I liked looking at them.
What about you, Greg?
I like the Esther. But I will say this. It already seems like a blur this summer.
Right?
I'm like trying to think of summer. This is the first summer I've ever missed 2 Sundays. First time ever, I think I've missed 2 Sundays
Not just in a row, but
in a row. Yeah,
2 summers total.
and then I'm trying to think like when you asked that question, I seriously could not think past this past weekend. Like who else was there?
A big banger of a
It's like,
birthday, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know. Yeah. I
Slave
did like
Girl.
the Esther. I did like the midwives one. I did hear. What was one of the early? What was the first couple? I thought you were going to pull it up.
Start with
pull up the
Moses
list.
first, right?
Brax.
Yeah, Moses is a little overdone. No, I'm just joking.
And then Brax did Eve.
Yeah.
I can pull it up.
Dang, I know.
it's-
I'm serious.
So what are we going on to now?
We have a new series starting this Sunday called The Art of Neighboring. But before we get there, man, they didn't put the names of the who were. They just had the.
You could tell by the context sometimes. What was that childlike faith one of Ben's? Because I remember the first one. I think that was good.
I thought that's what
Was
he did. Moses.
Was it
Wasn't that
Moses?
first?
No, Moses
Yeah.
was Exodus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
the
actually-
little girl with childlike faith.
Yeah.
That would have
Yeah.
been.
That was Haman's. Was that the slave girl?
Maybe.
That's the slave girl.
Sure.
Boy, we are
Mm-hmm.
a wealth of.
Valid.
We're a little rusty.
Art of neighboring.
Little
Let's
rusty,
talk about
yeah.
what's
Let's
coming
move
up.
on.
Who produces
Well,
your
not
show?
only are we shoving food in our face, but
Yeah.
we're really rusty, and I'm sure Greg's got his mind in like 50 different places right now
We'll feel.
because we have the block party coming up this Saturday.
Yep. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome.
Everybody's invited.
It's gonna be a beautiful day.
It's free. It's going to be a beautiful day. I mean,
Better be.
yeah, it usually is. So 11 to 2,
11 to 2,
come.
hour shorter
Yep.
this year, and a whole lot block partier. I don't know. I was
Block
trying to think of
partier?
something to tag onto hour short. Yeah, it's an hour shorter. 11 to 2.
Why?
Well, we've noticed that after 2 o'clock, it's pretty, just kind of really empties out anyway. And
People go home to put their kids to nap.
yeah, people are in a food coma. And no, and you know, it's hard on volunteers that are
Yeah.
signing up to
No.
come help. And then it's like, well, can we start cleaning up? It's like, I don't know. We advertised that we're going till 3. And so
No.
anyway, you get past that lunch
Yeah.
time, like 2's still kind of a late, you know, it works for a late lunch, but yeah. Anyway, so 11 to 2, it's going to be fun. That Ninja Anywhere, it's pretty cool. If you haven't watched the video or YouTubes or seen stuff we've shared, there's, they pull a big, it's just the back of a truck, like a rig pulls in, they drop the whole rig here, the trailer, and unfold stuff, and there's warp wall and just like Ninja Warrior course, and they could handle like 75 to 100 kids at a time. I think it said
Whoa.
could be on it. I mean, it was crazy. Maybe
So
not
it's
quite
not
that many.
just like
Not like okay, your turn, run the
a
course.
time trial, like
no.
you watch Ninja Warrior and it's
Yeah.
like one at a time. It's
No,
like anybody can be on it.
You
the
could
whole
have a
time.
lot of kids on there.
So is that in place of the rock climbing?
Yeah, we were trying to find something that works for, you know, multiple age levels, I guess.
Well, and the rock climbing, you run into that problem where it's basically 2 people at a time
Right.
type thing.
I think
Maybe 3.
2 or yeah, something like that. Yeah, so then you get lines and it's
Yeah.
frustrating. I will say, if anyone hasn't yet, if you do need a waiver, and there's links out there. I mean, you could sign up on the waiver. That will go quicker. I mean, they could do it.
How do you
then
find
and
that?
there.
How do you find that? Is it on our website?
Yeah, it's on the emails that are going out. Any of the info for the block party, I think, on the like planning center on the app. Any ads.
So you just
any,
click on the-
Facebook event. Like if you look in the description and stuff, there's a link that says
So you click on the image. I'm pointing down towards the bottom corner of the screen.
you are. Point.
If you go to the
further.
website,
Almost there.
click on that image.
We got a delay, so this is really
Yeah.
awkward. Yeah. Well, you can see that image.
There it is.
Is that
Yeah.
live, like an active image? You said click on it, but
I-
you have to go.
No, you
somewhere
can't
else
click
to-
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
embedded it on
I was like,
the video
sweet.
feed.
Awesome.
But if you go to the website or the Church Center app and click on that image, you'll find a link for the waiver. That's what
Yep.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can produce.
What are the ages?
It's any age.
Any
I
age?
think. Yeah. As long as you're walking.
Okay.
And speaking of age, today's I think Mary's birthday, right? The 7th.
Thursday, 103.
103 years old. We got
Wow.
Mary Smith,
Wow.
Holly Willis' mother.
Yep.
Does
Happy
she need
birthday.
a waiver?
Birthday.
To Mary, I think if Mary
She
shows
does.
up to do the Ninja Anywhere
She's
course,
very,
I-
she's very cognizant of everything.
no. He
But-
said,
but
does she need a waiver?
Oh, does she need
If
a
If
waiver?
she shows up to do this, then I'm saying no waiver.
After
either.
100, you're waiver free.
I think you're excluded from waiver. Liability
That seems
waivers,
fair.
they probably don't hold up. You should know this. You're an insurance guy.
Well, the actuarial functions do go up to 120 for life insurance.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
boring. Jeez, what a nerd. That got nerdy real
They go
quick.
up.
No, they go to 120.
He dropped
life
the term
expectancy.
actuarial functions.
Right.
That hasn't been done here before.
Right.
All right. No, but yeah, you
I
could
said primary
We should give him
beneficiary.
some baseball stats.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't know.
DVOA.
Is that dead on arrival?
Something should be.
I said primary beneficiary in my sermon, and that's an insurance term.
Yeah.
I'm sure
That's a little bit more easy to handle.
that was an Easter egg.
Yeah. Easter egg. So yeah, I got the block party on Saturday, kicking off a new series called The Art of Neighboring on Sunday. This is going to go 3 weeks.
Jordan's on her lunch break. She just asked how my day's going. So I got to, Mike's got to get in there. Selfie on camera on
On
podcast.
camera,
There
on
we
camera.
go. There we go.
Yeah.
We're going to break something.
So 3 weeks.
3 weeks on The Art of Neighboring. And it's
Yes.
based on a book. It's actually just
What's the book
named
called?
Literally Art of Neighboring.
Oh, sweet.
And
What are the odds?
yeah, the odds are how willing were they let us use the actual title for our sermon
They let
series
us.
title.
They let us use artwork and everything. It's cool.
She was super nice. Let us use the name. Gave us a bunch of imaging for. I didn't even have to create anything.
Nice.
I did create that, but
So the
That's the
background of
author you're
this,
talking about?
she was just like the marketing director or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
The authors, I don't think you can contact them directly. She just handled all the
yeah,
Yeah.
the relation.
it's a couple of pastors from the Denver area, some suburb. I forgot what town. A
Probably
couple years
Lakewood.
ago, they had like a community network of pastors come together, and they invited the mayor at one and just basically asked how the churches can help in the community. And he basically said, teach people to be better neighbors. That will solve just about everything in our
Yeah.
community. And then left, and one of them was like, anybody else embarrassed that the mayor had to come tell us the churches need to do a better job at the second part of the Great
Yeah.
Commandment, like treat your neighbor as yourself, or love your neighbor as yourself. And so that's kind of the basis of like where they started, and then it's
With the
goes
book
from
you're
there,
talking
with the
about.
book, and
Right.
then the idea. And so yeah, it's like if you think about it, so many of us, you don't know so many of your neighbors. People pull into their garage when they get home and the garage closes, or if you're a different stage of life, if your kids aren't playing with their kids, then you just
That's
don't
a
know.
huge one.
I will say, like, you've shared several times about, things that you've done with the neighbors and folks in your neighborhood. And
You go along really well with your next door neighbor.
Right. Next
yeah,
door,
the one
buds.
next door,
He's probably listening to the podcast
who we're
right
not
now.
allowed to park by their house.
Here's a chance,
Yeah.
Mike, for you.
We won't put them on the spot.
No, I'm just saying for you to, because what is this series about? Is
Yeah.
here's the write up. Are our neighborhoods great places to live? Could they be better? How connected are we to those who live around us? I believe that's Ben, not me. I believe we have the power to make our communities great places to live. Are you interested? The key is simple faith and obedience to one simple command. Jesus' people love their neighbors. I believe it's God's will that we would be good neighbors. So that's kind of the basis. We got some a little take-home things for you starting this week that will help you be more, intentional about getting to know and building relationships with your neighbors. For those that don't, maybe you already have great relationships with your neighbors. That's pretty cool. But a lot of us, I know, myself included, we don't know them all that well, if at all.
Don't they say fences make good neighbors?
Yeah. That's what that Ben has that as a description.
Does he?
Third week, I think. That's a
Breaking barriers.
Yeah.
Week
Yeah.
3.
What's it
There
say?
we go.
It's been said that good fences make good neighbors.
Oh, there we go.
But I am not so sure.
There we
That's
go.
what Ben says.
We have an invisible fence for our
build
dog.
a well, not a fence.
There we go.
My neighbor's fence does keep the dog in their yard, but it also creates a barrier.
Yeah.
There are barriers that are invisible because they're internal. Ooh. This week we crawl over the two biggest barriers inside of us so we can be good neighbors.
You know who didn't let a fence get in the way?
Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah.
That's right. Good call.
Yeah.
Just never
Howdy
saw
ho,
his
neighbor.
face.
Yeah.
You didn't
Wilson.
have to. Everyone
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
if you put from there, like the
Yeah.
fence from there,
6 foot fence.
like who it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but that was before IMDb, and I was like always wondering who is the actor that
Who's the
played it?
actor? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know?
No.
Neither do I.
No. No one cares.
I care.
If you cared, you would know.
We have an invisible fence for our dog.
Yeah.
See?
Does it work?
We don't.
It does, but it also works because she's super obedient. So if we had a dog that really tested it, I'm not sure how well it would
I
work.
think my dog would just barrel right through
That's just it.
ours.
Some of them are just like, you know what, the momentary pain, I'll go for it.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
If he's chasing a squirrel or something, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earl Hindman.
What else has he been in? I bet you would recognize his voice if he was a voiceover or did something. Silverado. What?
He's not been in very much.
Just
Good for
living
him.
off the residuals of Tool Time.
Law and Order.
Oh, what was it? Oh,
He's
Home
been in
Improvement.
one
Improvement.
episode of Law and Order.
Yeah. Well, what other iconic neighbor?
Yeah.
You know, things.
Ryan's Hope. Anybody ever heard of that?
No.
No, neither have I.
Neighbor.
Won't,
Iconic
won't you
neighbor.
be my neighbor?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mr.
mean,
Rogers.
Mr.
Won't you
Rogers.
be my
But
neighbor?
what
Yeah.
kind-
Hello
TV
Neighbor is a popular kids video game
Is it?
app based thing. It's kind of weird, but my kids like it. Hello Neighbor. There's
You trying to just think
Wilson.
of anything that
Yeah,
has
like
neighbor in it?
iconic, like like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Kim Kringen, I bet he's a great
Yeah.
neighbor.
If you
He probably would be a great neighbor.
He would be. The State Farm guy. That's probably what made him
yeah.
do State Farm.
Yep. He didn't
Is
want
he
to be
State Farm or
It's
Allstate?
State Farm.
Yeah, he's State Farm.
State Farm.
It
Yeah.
is State Farm,
Yeah.
but
What's your company slogan?
We serve our policies holders first.
actuaries and other crap.
Oh, yeah.
We serve- and it's
actuarial
long. It's long.
function.
That's
actuarial
like-
function.
I'm supposed to
RS.
know this.
That's
though.
your mission
Yeah, you
statement, or
should.
that's your motto. That's your like slogan.
It's on all of our email
God, that's a
signatures and everything.
mouthful.
We
need a
serve our
tagline.
policies holders first. We serve our agents first to serve our policy holders best.
Okay.
That's a long
Yeah,
thing.
that
yeah.
is.
Because our agents are technically our clients.
Yeah, I know you're not like the
We don't-
storefront. You drive down the street and see a State Farm.
Right,
like,
we
I
don't
need to
sell
go in and
direct to
open a policy.
consumer.
Right. So
Yeah.
a little different.
So-
but who else tries to really use that neighbor thing? When you think of neighbor, what iconic pop culture thing comes to mind? Besides Wilson, besides Mr. Rogers, besides State Farm. There's got to be more. Neighbor.
Oh, I thought you had something on.
Yeah, I
your
thought
list.
you had
Trying to
something,
no,
for sure.
I'm
jump.
asking.
To me,
I'm
it's
asking
like
a question.
Name your free.
This is your top
State
five.
Farm is like the
State
most.
That's
Farm,
the
like
one.
a good neighbor.
Yeah.
State Farm is there.
Yeah,
What
I don't
else?
know.
Did anyone notice they changed the Jake from State Farm and never?
No.
Yeah, they just changed him.
Really?
It was one day. Jake had a new.
Oh, Jake.
Jake
Yeah.
from State Farm. Totally
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah, that's not a neighbor.
The
it's just
original
some-
Jake from State Farm was actually a State Farm employee.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
They
And
changed
then
the name.
he's
The
of
out.
one
the
wearing
actor.
khakis, that guy.
Yeah.
Khakis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's out.
Yeah.
And new Jake from State Farm is in.
Yeah.
Well,
Had to get
yeah.
An
He's-
actor.
He's not
He's
white.
an actor.
That's why.
He's different.
He's an actor. And,
Different guy.
the claims there, the
You don't even know his name, though, do you?
Well, his name was
Jake.
Jake.
The new one?
Well, I don't know what his
Who
name
does-
is.
That's what I'm saying.
But the original guy's name was Jake. Like he was
Yeah,
actually
the guy
Jake
where
from
he
State
calls on
Farm.
the phone. The wife's like,
What?
And he just got totally replaced.
Khakis?
Like, what if we just got to do Andy
Yeah.
up there? How
Well,
would
they've
you
had
feel?
this new
He
guy
sounds hideous.
doing.
How would you? This is our new Andy.
I'm fine with
Kim,
that.
Kim, do you know Kim used to describe himself as Fat Andy?
Yeah.
When he first came around here. He's like the least fat guy.
He wasn't even that fat. He's just taller.
Not even that
Fat
fat.
Andy.
He wasn't that fat,
He's not-
Andy says.
It's like, just call me Fat Andy. I'm like, what?
That was a long time ago.
Andy didn't know that I have a first cousin that's named Andy, and he's also Korean.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
See,
Why
he
would I
didn't. I
know?
mean, like, why would we
Why
know
would I
that?
know
I don't know. I thought I said that before.
No. You have
Lives in
not
Chaska?
mentioned that.
No.
Yeah, he's
Never.
a great guy. My grandpa's name was Andy too.
Really?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's who my cousin was named after.
Interesting. This is fun. I had
So
no
if
idea
we
you
need a
had
new worship guy named Andy, that's Korean.
could just sneak
I
them
got
up there.
one.
Your
You got
cousin?
him?
My
Is he
cousin
a
leads
worship
worship.
guy?
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
well, that's probably the most important part. Probably the most important part is
No.
that he has to be able to lead.
I'll ask him.
Yeah.
I'll ask him.
Hey, it can't be that hard.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think most of it's pre-recorded, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you just
Oh.
record everything, right? Auto tune.
It'd be really disappointing if I pre-recorded and that's the voice
No,
that I
you-
picked.
Oh, you do a good job. Every time if I'm ever preaching, I'm like, with the mic, I say, can you make me sound like Morgan Freeman, or I'll throw someone
Yeah.
out there. Like, can you? Yeah.
Kevin
Can you do
Costner.
that on the sound Make me sound like Morgan Freeman or
I'm sure that there is a.
I think you go with Jim Nantz. Hello, friends.
yeah.
You know?
Hello, friends, or Brett Musburger.
Yeah, there
you
we go.
are looking live at. You know, he did that just for gamblers.
Yeah.
Like I heard that on the Dan Patrick show once.
Yeah.
Where he opens, you are looking live, just so gambling folks know it's a live broadcast. But it could have been recorded and shown live, and he would still say the same thing.
Opening.
You know what I mean? That's anyway.
Opening day. NFL kickoff to the seasons
Is it
tonight.
tonight. Who plays tonight?
The Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions.
I'm just going to say Kelsey's going to go off against Detroit. No?
He's hurt.
I know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you knew.
That kinda
I usually don't know those things.
Kind of stings.
And it
I have
happened the
them in
day
two
of our
different-
draft the other night,
Well,
right?
I didn't even know that during our little salary, their auction thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, holy, I got him for $40.
Oh, everyone was like, no, Andy knows. He's just gambling.
I
that
didn't
he's-
know.
Oh, wow.
I did not know, but like still $40. If he misses 1 week,
Yeah, he's not out for the year.
$40 is still worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't understand it, and I thought he was out for like potentially the whole year. They were
No.
saying like they thought maybe an ACL or something.
Nah,
So
he'll be back.
yeah, because my first thought was like, what? So he's just like a normal tight end now, not not like far and above the best.
Even on a
Fantasy guy?
playing part time today, if he plays, he's better than
Yeah.
most of the tight ends.
Right. Anyway, whatever. That's just for Diane. Football talk. We should
Well,
talk
we
baseball.
should talk about baseball. Yeah.
She's on
Who's
vacation.
going to win the World Series?
I don't know. Probably not the Dodgers.
Braves.
Dude, they got smacked by the Marlins yesterday.
Oh yeah, it happens. Their pitching's awful.
It's not,
Lance Lynn.
it's not the first time they got smacked by the Marlins
He had
this year.
3 good starts. His first three starts with it,
He's
and then
been
it's just
back.
it's back to Lance
Yeah.
Lynn. So then Arias is arrested and probably never going to pitch again.
Right.
So
What do you think about
you
Emmett
know,
Sheehan?
I don't know. It's another guy came up. He's good. He's had good minor league stuff. He came up, had some good
Him or
starts.
Bobby
He's
Miller?
good. Miller's been pretty good.
Okay.
He's been consistent. I like Miller.
Do you think the Texas Rangers have any chance of getting to the World Series?
Why not?
They've been
Yeah,
terrible
they-
since the All-Star break.
No, but a lot of teams do that. They go in that middle season, or that, I guess, the middle third kind of slump and then ramp it up at the end. I don't know. Probably not because it's the Rangers. But Seager's had a great year.
Yeah.
They can score runs.
Max has been awful.
Yeah. But he's kind of has been for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say awful. He hasn't been very good.
Right.
So, is this boring?
I'd like to see
Actuarial
if the Twins don't get
That's
to
all
the
you,
World
man.
Series, I'd
No,
like to
I'm
see
training.
I'd like to see the Orioles actually.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see like those kind of teams that are unexpected. Like,
Right.
I mean, they've had a lot of good young guys coming up last year or two, but still, yeah. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of fun younger teams to watch.
Yeah.
The Orioles would be good. Atlanta's just really good.
Oh.
It's hard to say that they won't be in the NLCS and potentially lose to the Dodgers, but
That would be a
they
good
just beat them
series though. Dodgers,
3 out of 4.
Braves,
3 out of 4 this last weekend, but
Twins and the Orioles.
could happen. Playing good ball, man. So what else is going
What else we got going on?
So block party.
Yeah.
Should be a lot of fun. Getting back to that. Lots of fun things. Lots of yard games.
How are you
like
doing
big
on
things, and
volunteers?
we could always use more. It's filling up pretty good, but
In
we
the
got a
second
few
half of
spots.
the block party, right?
Yeah, the second, we split into 2 shifts, so we got roughly speaking, like a 10 to noon shift, and then noon to 2.
Yeah.
Or I think it's 10:30 to 12:30, and then 12:30 to 2:30. So you could kind of help with basic cleanup, some little thing like cleaning up the game stuff. And
When's all the stuff
all
get
that.
set up?
We're setting up a good share of it tomorrow morning. The big things like there's a stage
Inspection.
set up and
City
canopies.
inspection.
We have to have an inspection at noon. So we got that going on in the morning. There's a group showing up at 9:00 to help with that, and then I don't know. We could always use more hands. We'll start staging like tables and chairs out at that end of the building, just so first thing Saturday morning they could go out and get set up. And there are people signed up for that already, the Saturday morning setup crew, but we could use more there actually. And then Yeah, the afternoon shifts, some of those are still like serving food and some of those things. We still need a few folks to help out with that. Some tear down and clean up stuff, but usually there's people hanging around like clean up.
We're doing a podcast.
Stuff.
You guys
Come on
want to come
over,
say
Patty.
hi?
Yeah.
Where's your mom?
You good? She's coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're cleaning.
You want to say hi on the
Taking apart
podcast? We're doing a
wanna say hi
podcast
to-
on the internet right now. It's live. You want to come say hi? You want a piece of pizza?
We got a pizza slice in there. Hello.
Yeah, come this way. You can see it. You got to come
You
too.
could come, Patty.
Yeah, you got to come too.
Yeah.
This is Patty Hoyle's mom. What's your name?
Lucy,
Lucy, where are you from? Like, where do you normally live?
Illinois,
Illinois. Yeah, and are you just here just to visit your daughter?
just to visit my daughter.
How long?
I was here a week.
She goes home tomorrow.
I go home tomorrow. I got here when Thursday.
Last Thursday.
Yeah.
You enjoy your time?
Oh yes.
Yeah?
Very much.
What's
Especially breakfast this morning.
what was breakfast this morning?
What was the breakfast?
A shout out to the Bookworm Cafe.
Oh,
We went
yeah.
for avocado toast. So
Yeah.
shout out to the Bookworm.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
tried
They're
her
awesome.
first chai tea latte.
That's kind of redundant, isn't it? Because isn't chai is tea, so it's like tea latte.
TT latte.
But you liked it. Yeah. Do you have a place like that back home in Illinois?
Not that I know.
Not that you know. Okay. All right. Well, what was the? What do you have going on back home?
Nothing.
Nothing. No, nothing to look forward to. No, why don't you just move here then? You should just move here.
That I've been working on her.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be great to have you here.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
What's the next thing then that you're looking forward to?
The next Labor Day weekend, huh? When we all get
Yeah.
together.
What's the next event or next thing that's coming up?
Next event is when we gather all together at Patty's house again.
Labor Day? That's another year. Okay. Yeah. You got to move here.
Yeah.
You got to move here and hang out with us.
We've been doing an annual Labor Day weekend now
Okay.
for about 8 years. And
Oh,
so
wow.
it's a time that she gets all of her kids together. And we all gather at my house, and there's
Okay.
about
How many
There's
kids? How many
16
children do you have?
well,
You have
no,
16?
no. There's
Okay.
16 of us who gather
Okay.
at my house. 14 stay the night. Shout out to Susie Morrow, who takes my extra guest over to her house.
So how many siblings do you have? How many children?
I had 5,
5? And which?
4 boys and
I'm the
Just
baby.
So you're the youngest.
I'm the
and then
youngest.
you're only girl.
I'm the only girl.
And how much older? You don't have to tell me age because I'm not asking how old you are. How old is the oldest brother?
At 14 years between us.
14 years.
Yeah,
between-
14 years between us.
and it's 18 years between me and my oldest son.
Oh wow! So you had him when you were young.
When I was 18.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What's his name?
Eddie.
Eddie. Very cool. What's Eddie doing right now?
I guess having fun with his wife because he hasn't seen her in 3 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. So just kind of reconnecting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Need to be careful who you bring on.
That's okay. Well, they let us do that. So, yeah.
You shouldn't be doing this in a church.
Why not?
They're talking about church stuff.
Yeah, we talk about everything. Yeah, just trying to be normal and real.
Real. What's real?
That is a very good question. Very existential of you.
That's our next topic. That's our next week's
What is
topic.
real?
What is real?
There you go.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, it's good to talk to you.
Pontius
Get
Pilate
to
asked
know you a
Jesus,
little
"Well,
bit
what
more.
is truth?"
It was nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hope you decide to move here. That'd be cool.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right.
We're going to take take off.
When my husband leaves me, then I'll move.
Well, I hope that never happens. So maybe you won't ever move here.
We're gonna take off. I had her to work, taking
Sweet.
her Legos.
Sounds good. Thanks for helping.
Thank you.
Yeah, I broke all my nails because of you.
Because
Yeah.
well, I'll pay for
You didn't come and help.
I'll pay for new ones. It's good to talk to you.
Let's see.
Good to meet you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on.
Nice meeting all of you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you later.
And Greg.
Yeah.
See ya. What's up, Zach?
Well,
Zach who? Oh, Zach James.
Yeah.
That's
small group
Schmidt.
starting
Zach Schmidt. Yeah.
soon. Some.
Small group starting. That was we're getting there. Yeah. Out here in the atrium, you'll have stuff on the board, cards, all the small groups that you can join.
Will you have
So-
that stuff up here for kickoff week for Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have it up.
All the new-
Tammy's been
new
putting
groups
the
and all
groups
that
together online, the online side, so you can see some now. But
Yeah.
and then click to join and got groups going. So that's all this weekend. We got kids and youth stuff kicking off next week, right?
Just the youth.
for Sunday morning though.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
Sunday
got
morning. Yeah.
Sunday morning,
But
and then
youth Wednesday night, the 13th
Next
is
Wednesday
when
youth.
the youth group starts. That's 6th through 12th grade,
Yeah.
and then the week after that, the 20th, that's when the kids start. Now, the kids ministry for Kids Quest is a little different. Not only is it
Mm-hmm.
2nd through 5th grade, but it's also going to start at 6:15, right?
Yes. 6:15
And
to
it goes to
7:45.
7:45.
Yeah.
So the timing is just slightly different,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're also opening it up to little younger.
little. So it's not just second grade to fifth.
Is it third 3-year-olds? Is that what?
Yeah,
Okay.
down to 3, right? To
Yeah, I
Yep.
forgot. It's always been second grade, but
It's
now
always been second to fifth, but
Yep.
yeah.
And now they're going to open it up to
We got the
age
space.
3 to 5th grade.
Yeah, that's
because
awesome.
of all the new space that we have.
Yep.
I don't know how they're doing on volunteers for Wednesday night, but
Could always
I'm
use
sure
more, I'm sure.
they could always
Yeah.
use more for Wednesday and Sunday. And another change for this year for youth group on Sunday mornings, they're going to start with just the 9:00 hour. They're not going to do 10:30 right now because they just don't have enough people to staff for 10:30 service. So for middle school and high schoolers, 9:00, and then if you love hanging around here, just find somewhere to volunteer.
Yeah.
Maybe kids ministry. You can help me with the tech stuff. Maybe being on the worship team. Well, if you
I
gotta be
think
there
it's kind of nice
for both
actually
weeks.
not to have both, because then it allows the family can pick a service to worship together.
Yeah.
So if you go to class at the 9, and
Yep.
then you can worship
And
together
if
at the
the
10:30.
parents are helping out with the kids ministry
Yeah.
or something,
Yep.
then you can all go to
I
church
appreciate that
together.
actually. It's nice because that's one thing that it's sometimes hard when they're in the youth or the kids are my kids even help out with the nursery and stuff, and sometimes man, we haven't sat in a service together for
Yeah.
months. So I actually think it's kind of nice that it's just offered once. That's just my opinion, but
It's good. It's good. It does allow, like you said, parents, if they're serving somewhere or if you got youth, you can have them there and serving with kids or connections. I'll throw that out too. And
so if I join Connections, do I get a name tag?
yeah, sure, you would.
I've not ever gotten a name tag here.
Really?
Yeah,
Get you a name tag, man.
I feel like I'd sign up just for the name tag.
Yeah, do it. Stay for the awesome team you get.
I
to
see
pick.
everybody else who has name tags, and I feel
Yeah.
really left out.
You
Can I
should.
pick the name on the name tag?
Yeah. What do you want? What
Can I
would you
put
want?
Greg?
Well, that one's taken.
You got a 3G, Greg.
Yeah, with an extra G at the end. That one's taken, unfortunately for you, Mike. But
I don't know if I'm really door
you could take
material. Though.
Andy. You could take Andy.
I don't know if I'm door material. I assume you put only your best and brightest at the door.
You know what? There's a place for everybody.
Yeah.
And there's
gotta be some sort of,
the
like,
best and
back room where
brightest
I can,
at every
like,
spot.
Mix up the coffee in the back room where nobody sees me.
Nope, we even do that right here. Coffee is
Right,
out here.
it's all
Yeah.
fixed right here, huh?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's all out. In the
One thing
open.
that we could use is somebody to, when the service starts, is kind of just watch the watch all the open seats. So when a family comes in and has like 4 or 5 people, you know where all the empty seats are for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a
Like an usher.
Ushers to ush.
Yeah.
We
What
tried
about a
doing that.
bouncer? Do you have a bouncer?
No, you could do that.
You have anyone that
Like
asks
couple
people to leave? Like, you know,
They're
Yeah.
just kind of
Time to time.
self-appointed
Yeah.
people. Whenever a situation arises, they people who think that they can handle a moment like that, they
Yeah.
just kind of appoint themselves.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Well, I noticed you've put a police officer at the door often many weeks. Former police officer.
Did we?
Former,
But
yeah.
I think he was doing that before he was a police officer.
Being a doorman.
Yeah, just retired police officer, but he's been doing, not here at Northridge, but he's
Oh,
done
okay.
like usher and,
Yeah.
you know, that
I
type of
like
stuff.
that type of security. Then. Yeah. You're not getting in without
Yeah.
proper. You know, he'll pat you down.
Yeah, I have not
So-
seen that happen, but no, the thing is, he's probably like the nicest.
He's super nice.
The nicest.
Like, how could you ever be a police officer?
The least
nicest.
cop
I know.
cop
Right.
guy ever.
that's how he
You didn't
gets
write
That's
any
how he
tickets.
gets you. He
Yeah.
surprises you.
Right.
Yeah. He wrote no
Sneak
tickets
attack.
ever. He
Oh,
was
no,
too
he
nice to
probably
that.
wrote the most, but just with a smile on
Yeah,
his face.
you felt good after. Man, that was the best ticket I've ever. Yeah,
The guy gave me a sucker with the
Right.
ticket.
yeah. No, he's a super nice guy. But
We got a couple women's events coming up. We got their, they have a women's
fall
gathering.
kickoff kind of thing.
Yep, but it's a Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
Thursday
You got
night,
the-
like the 20.
You got that there? You got the events page? We should get the date right.
Right.
I keep getting this
Not
weekend
the,
dates mixed
Not the
up.
right
Like,
events. Are it's September 28th.
Yeah.
There's going to be appetizers and desserts. There's a special speaker. There's going to be some worship from 6:30.
Women's fall gathing.
Yeah, 6:30 to
Probably going to be
8:30
pumpkin spice there.
here
For
in the
sure.
worship center. I'm assuming you need to register for that, or at least RSVP.
Yeah.
Yep. Just click on the link there. And then there's a women's retreat at Trout Lake that you have to go to the Trout Lake website to register for, and that's the 22nd that weekend.
Yeah, I think so.
Men's breakfast, they're going to start kicking those off
Ooh,
in
nice.
October.
the second Saturday
Mm-hmm.
of every month. Those begin in October, 7:30 here in the great room,
Yep.
in the kitchen great room area.
We always need guys to come cook too. If there's a pretty solid group of guys.
Let's not
that
let
come,
Kim
but,
Kringen do it every week.
yeah, Bill Carrington, Kim. Yeah, there's a handful of guys that seem to do it every month, but it's nice to have other guys. The downside of that is you got to get here at 6:15. The plus side is you get first choice of bacon. So, yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. Those guys in there, they
Yeah.
keep it fun, and yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time. But also October 14th, Marriage Adventure, a joint women's ministry, men's ministry event, date night for any married or engaged couples. If you're engaged to be married, date night event. It's going to be fun. There's childcare. It happens to be
you
the
actually
same
get
night.
childcare too, so you don't have to worry about that.
Childcare night here that the kids ministry has been doing the last year or so, a few times a year, and it's that night. So we have childcare available in the building, and then some appetizers and
There's
some
a
kind
scavenger
of like,
hunt.
There's a scavenger hunt around town, not like just in the building. So it's gonna be fun. And desserts
Appetizers,
after.
dessert, and then there's going to be like a
Yeah.
little round table discussion with
Yeah.
a married couple,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And basically, for the engaged people there, we're gonna try to talk them out of getting married.
Sure.
Just joking.
I could do that. I could
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
You don't need married
But
people to do
it's yeah. No, it'll be fun. Jay Van Anite, Josh Van, I almost said Josh Van Vorn because I was thinking of that guy the other day. But Josh Zahosky leading the men's ministry, and then Sarah Cook and Amy Belchek on the women's ministry, and they've been working together, putting this together on the 14th for the 14th. So that's going to be fun. We actually had it scheduled and planned and ready to go last October, and we got snowed out.
Oh, that's right.
If we can talk about winter already, we got weathered out on that.
Leslie, you can come up and get that. There's two pieces
Anyway.
actually. Sorry, Leslie's asking if
I
you-
know. I told Mike to get it.
Yeah.
But he's training.
That's
No.
Steve's special from
No,
DiMaggio's.
it's
so
all
come on
here.
over
I
and
saw
get it.
Scott Swanson the other night. He's running that marathon with you. He could not eat enough food. He's like, I ran 20 some mile yesterday. He's like, I've been hungry ever since.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, he's fast.
well, he was
He's-
eating a lot too.
yeah.
But my point is, you should
No,
eat that.
my problem is not speed. Let's just say that.
Yeah. What's your problem? What's your problem, man?
I'm just trying to stay out of the
Can I
hospital.
do it like Biden? Does he say, call people, hey, pal, what's your problem? Then we got in the face of that, like, iron worker or whatever,
Right.
like, what's your problem, pal? Like,
All
was
right.
this the 40s?
You jackal.
What's your problem, pal? Hey.
All right. Well, I should probably get back to the rock pile,
Yeah.
but
You got actuarial functions to get to.
that's right.
You see how many times I could use that phrase the next week or so.
I don't even know what it means, so I'm not going to use it.
Do you know what
What's that?
actuary is? It's basically the brains behind his job.
Yeah, they're the ones
It's
that
like a algorithm that
it's a statistics-
decides whether or not it's worth
Yeah.
the insurance stuff.
Basically.
they set the price.
Right.
Guys that run all the numbers.
The
They're
guys
the-
who set the bean counters, who set the price for.
They're the
so we and you don't insurance companies-
sabermetrics.
You could-
Well, those guys probably used to be actuaries, but they like baseball, so they
true.
decided to make baseball lame.
You can insure anything. Somebody will put a price on it.
Yeah. No, actually, I know a couple. There's a couple actuaries that go here. Actually,
Are there really?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, they're
Good
good
for them.
folks.
They're smart.
They're good people. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, dude.
Welcome.
We'll try to
You're
get back
welcome for
into-
taking just Andy and Greg off the podcast. thing.
Yeah, I know.
I was thinking
well,
of you.
I feel like the letter my attorney sent
Yeah.
was clear. It was clear,
Yeah.
concise. We
Cease and
were ready.
desist,
We were ready to file a lawsuit.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys.
I had no idea Andy already made a different one a year ago. I've just been using the same one, the same.
Do I get a pay
setup on
increase?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra pizza. There you go.
The pizza that I brought.
Have another slice of
the
pizza you
that-
brought. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. You can
All right, I'm
fill up
looking
your
forward to the
water on
block
way out.
party, and then next week we can talk about the block party, see how it went,
Yeah, we can.
and then yeah.
Do you like this? Breckenridge, the
Oh,
troll.
Yeah, I was looking at that all staff meeting yesterday.
He's a cool guy, man. It's actually really impressive. It's like so lame in picture. Like, what's this? I gotta go look for a giant wooden troll made out of pallet wood. But when you get there, it's like
What is this?
it's pretty cool. That's Bucky. That's
that's
the
what Bucky-
Bucky's
the
truck
gas
stop
station?
thing in
Yeah.
Texas, which is a whole nother story.
But I was intrigued by like, what is that shadow there?
you know
in
what?
the
It's over the
space?
logo of.
Oh, okay. I was
It's a
looking at
little
that at staff
translucent.
meeting.
It's just on the Hydro Flask logo thing. And then I got my
Your
beer baking-
Sasquatch.
My Sasquatch. This was a coffee shop in some mountains
Human
in
being.
Colorado. I thought it's white and my bottle's white, so it kind of makes sense with Sasquatch, like
Yeah,
being
kinda
kind of
playing hide
hard,
and go
hard to
seek.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
You have a sticker that says "Love covers all offenses."
all offenses. Like there's a really good cornerback named Love,
Okay.
and no matter there probably is right something Love,
I'm
and
sure
he's
there
probably
is.
really good coverage guy.
The only love I know is Jordan Love for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Is he? Wait,
He's a
Oh, he's a
quarterback.
quarterback. Yeah, Well, he's good enough to get Aaron Rodgers run out of there.
That's right. Yep.
This is the
All right.
How
medical
cool!
C-130
if-
unit that
if the
Ashley
Vikings
has to
don't
fly.
make it anywhere. How wild would it be if the Jets and the Packers made it to the Super Bowl?
I hope they do
wild.
because
It
I
would
have
be one of the craziest ones.
Aaron Rodgers, is my guy, this year.
Yeah. But
drafted
even
him.
okay, if
All
Aaron
in.
won, it'd be cool for him to win against his
All
whole
in.
team. But if the Packers won, it'd be cool to,
I feel like I need to start growing my beard.
it's
so I
that time
look
of
like
year,
him.
like no
cleaned
shave.
up, didn't he?
October.
He cleaned it up.
September?
He still has a
He
beard.
did.
Yeah, but
cleaned it
he
up.
lets it roll. I think.
Yeah,
during
he
the
got
season.
all clean cut, and then he saw an alien. Did you watch the most recent episode
No.
of Hard Knocks?
I have not.
He talked
It's
about
hard
seeing
that
an
he's not as
alien.
hateable. He's just like you kind of see him as he's just kind of a
Old.
sarcastic, dry humor guy. As press conferences and all I've known of Aaron Rodgers up to this point, he seems just so unlikable. I know that's easy for you to say. For Vikings people, he's hateable, but
No, I hate myself for
I'm not saying he's
agreeing with
likable.
you.
He seems less like unlikable.
I told,
he seems
like you
kind of
said,
like
that, you said that a couple weeks ago
Yeah.
when Hard Knocks first
like,
came
I
out.
hate to say this, but
Yeah, and then I hate myself for agreeing with you.
it's
'Cause-
he's not the most hateable guy. He's kind of
I hate him
funny.
slightly less because he's not playing for the Packers, but I'm
Right.
still not a huge fan of
yeah.
him.
It's kind of weird though. It's kind of like you could see all the other players respect and like they seem to like him.
Except for that one defensive player from the Giants.
Oh yeah, they didn't know who he was. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Good to see you
I'll see
guys.
All right, Mike.
All right.
Thanks for
Outta
stopping
here.
by. We'll see you Saturday.
Thanks for making us do this too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we get make too
We
many
need to.
excuses or be too lazy. Thanks for the pizza. Thanks for your friendship. Thanks for the 20-plus times you've spoken at Northridge.
25.
25.
He's going to text before he gets home.
Yeah, I would like an actuary response from
Yeah.
of this.
I bet it's close. 20-ish.
20-ish. Yeah, I think it was your because I don't think he
11
started
years?
preaching right when he started coming to
Right,
church. Here.
but-
I think it took a couple of years.
But then at least like
So if he's been
twice a
preaching
year,
for like
sometimes 3
9
times.
8 or 9 years here.
Yeah, he's probably
So close to 20.
Close. Yeah, getting there.
Yeah, more than
Sweet.
me. I've only preached maybe like 7 or 8 times here. So
You should do more. I keep saying.
no, you don't.
Yeah, I do too. Every time it comes up, I say you should preach, man. You
It's
should get
not.
up there. It's
It's
good.
not up to me, and I
Yeah.
don't really.
It
want
could be if he said, "Hey Ben, I'd like to preach once this summer." He would absolutely would do it. Kidding?
To. I don't know.
What are you doing this weekend?
Huh? Lead worship.
Oh, like Sunday. Well, just kick Sunday. Yeah. All right. I should probably get going too.
Yeah.
Just-
Just stressed out yet?
Well, no, I'm feeling better now, but still got a lot of little pieces to get together before tomorrow for some setup stuff, and then before Saturday for the actual event, and before Sunday for.
Do you want me to
Kick
go
off
pick
small
up? We
group
can
stuff.
figure out this after
Yeah.
off air. But
Good.
hey, it's been good to do this again.
It's been
and we'll
real.
Try to get as many as we can this coming year.
Yeah.
We'd like to have some new people on because I'm sure you're sick of all 3 of us. Get some guests on here. Talk about interesting things and what's going on in your life and the life of this Northridge community. That's really what this is about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about another place so we can just jibber jabber about nonsense. It's really about what's going on in the Northridge community.
Yeah.
So let us know if you have something interesting, an interesting story, or an interesting topic. We'll get after it this year. So,
Yeah.
all right.
do it.
See you at the block party, and see you
Yes.
Sunday morning. Say goodbye, Greg.
Goodbye, Greg.